Hello, people of Earth. This is Dan Lockhart of the Honda Valkyrie DanLockhart YouTube channel, and it is March 16th, 2024, the day before St. Patrick's Day. Let's see, check the weather here. Let's see what we've got going on in Crested Butte. One moment, please. I have a nice little app on my phone called Weather Puppies. Okay, it says, I don't know if you could read that or not, but it says today's low is 16 degrees Fahrenheit and 44 degrees Fahrenheit for the high. And I believe we have snow in our forecast today. Yeah, 23% chance. We are still kind of waiting for the warmer weather to come around before we could even think about doing any rides. I think I got my bike pretty ready to go for the 2024 season. There's nothing really that I want to do to it. All the modifications that I made last year. I did change out my windshield from my Batwing windshield that I had to a Madstad, and it's a lot nicer looking windshield. We have to see how functional it is compared to the Batwing that I had on, but this one looks a whole lot better. And the reviews that I've been reading in our F60 forum, it's all positive about that windshield, so I'm really looking forward to getting out there and giving it a shot. So yeah, at the end here, I'll give you a look outside so you can see what's going on out there. The streets are just kind of, the roads are wet, but I'm sure there's tons of ice out there still. We've had a couple pretty nice days where a lot of melting was going on, so I'm getting pretty excited about it. What I thought I would do today is I would just go in and do a recording session on my desktop here, record as I go through the web and show you the kinds of things that I'm looking at. Most of it's going to be around our forum. So I'm going to go ahead and get my software set up to do that recording. I'll be back to you in a second. Okay, I've got my software all set up on my desktop, and I should be able to sync these two things up. So let's just go into the forum here. See what is going on. We had one of our members, Baldy Oz, came into the forum, I think it was probably a couple of years ago, and he bought his Valkyrie, as you see here, and he decided, because he was having issues with his back, that he wanted to sell his bike. So he's got a story out in the forum about some of the people that have contacted him about his motorcycle. He's finally found a guy that he believes is a good person to sell his bike to. When it started out, he thought he had some scammers that were trying to take him in, but now he finally has settled that this particular buyer is a good buyer, so it's going to work out for him. I hate to see him leave the forum because he's a good contributor, and we've enjoyed communications through the forum, and I kind of hate to see him go, but you know, people come and people go. So anyway, that's one of the stories that's out there in the forum right now too. So also we have a forum member called Britman who's in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, and he had to get his bike inspected. In North Carolina and also in Virginia, that we know for sure, they have to get their bikes inspected, which I believe is just a regular safety inspection. They check, maybe they take a look at the discs, the pads, turn signals, lights, tail lights, that kind of thing. We used to have safety inspection, Colorado, but they did away with it a number of years ago. And I used to kind of believe in it, like keep the old jalopies and vehicles that shouldn't be on the road off the road. But once they did away with it in Colorado, I really didn't see that much of a change in the cars that were out on the highways. But anyway, so they have to do this in North Carolina and Virginia, at least. That's a Brit man who is in Maggie Valley. Let me show you real quick. I have a responsibility to the forum that I take care of the map, the forum map. And so if you ever want to know where somebody's located, you just go into the map like this, and you could click on the member name, and it comes up with their location. And if they happen to have a picture of their bike in the forum, I include that in there too. But let's get back over here to the where is my Huh. Oh, I must have opened the window in the window. But anyway, so Britman went to get his bike inspected. Britman uses Relive, and what it does is it records your ride in map form. It records it in GPS, tells you how far you went, how fast you went, and pictures, or you stop, take a picture along the way that you can upload to Relive. And it's always very interesting. I love to watch Britman's Relives because they're always entertaining, at least for me. If you get a chance, go and check those out. Also, he does, over the winter time, he's included a lot of stories, very detailed stories about the rides that he's been on in the past. And he's done some pretty incredible things on his bike, covered thousands of miles. And so he has written up these experiences and ride reports in the forum. If you get a chance, check those out too. They're very interesting. Let's see, what else? We had a member recently that sold off his bike, and he had a number of parts that he wanted to sell, and his handle name is Tazmul, and he had a lot of stuff that he was selling. He had a lot of pictures of the parts that were selling off, and as he sold them off, he would let people know that it's sold, and it was amazing. He had a great response for all his parts. In fact, this is where I bought my new windshield from. It's from Tazmul. Shipped it to me from Canada, and he sold a lot of stuff. The cruise controls, TPMSs, windshield, seat, just all kinds of chrome parts. You name it, he was selling it. So anyway, when I got my windshield from him, I was amazed. It was in the original packing, the original box, the original packing materials. Wow, I don't know if I were to do that, to hang on to all the boxes. Maybe someday anticipating selling this stuff, but it was a really pleasant experience for me to buy this windshield from him. Piece of cake, really. So, what else is going on? Okay, also, let me get back to that. Okay. He also has written up quite a report on what his experience has been on his new Goldwing so far. Talking about different topics in the Goldwing. And here's the pictures of his bike down at the bottom here. This bike is I believe he says 2023. Yes, 2023 Goldwing, and it's the DCT version, the automatic transmission. and so he's gone through quite a lot of details about this bike, and I hope he stays on the forum, even though he doesn't have his Valkyrie anymore, because I like reading this kind of stuff and his experiences that he's having on Goldwing, because the people on our forum, it seems like when they leave, a good deal of them are leaving in favor of going up to the Goldwing, more current bike. And so I actually, if I were to sell my Valkyrie, I would go with the Goldwing because it has so many features that are just, outstanding. So anyway, if you get a chance, go out there and read Taz Moore's Goldwing versus Valkyrie comparison and contrast post. It's a very good one. One of our newer members of some moto enthusiasts is in Southern California, I believe. And his bike just turned over 10,000 miles. And I thought it would be interesting if we'd make a thread that said, what do you have on the clock? What would you have on the clock when you bought the bike, and what do you have now? You can see in here, Britman posted oil change yesterday at 46,750 miles, and he bought the bike in December 2022 with 12,500 miles on it. That would be kind of interesting to see, because I know there's some fairly high mileage bikes out there, and it'd be kind of fun to see with proper maintenance how far can you take this thing. So what else? There was one more post that I wanted to get into. Oh, I think I know what it is. It's actually a post I made. Oh, here it is. Seems like a fairly decent price. I'm always out looking around new bikes and stuff and pricing them out. And I noticed this one on Cycle Trader. They had a 2021 Goldwing for sale. This thing has 1 mile on it, so it's brand new, for $21,000. And I don't know if you've ever looked at Goldwings, but they're pretty expensive. I thought this was a great price. I've run into this before with other dealers on Cycle Trader in California, where you go, oh yeah, I'd be interested in that bike because they had a really good price on it. And then you call them, and then they go, well, that's the bike, and then we have this fee, then we have that fee, and then we have this fee. And the next thing you know, you're right up to, just like if you walked into the dealership to buy the thing. So, but if this really was $21,000 at this place, it's Pennsylvania, yeah, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Man, that's a sweet bike. I even like the color of this one, too. So, anyway, I put that post out in the forum myself. Let's see if there's anything else interesting going on out there. What was that one? Other one. Yes. And I think that's it. So, yeah, we're getting ready for the start of the season, and, we're getting kind of antsy. I am, anyway. I don't know about anybody else. But, so another 6 weeks or so, you never know. Things could warm up, and bang, there you are. I wanted to share with you, too, where we're at in Crescent Butte here, snow-wise. Turn you around, point you outside. And you could see a berm out here by my neighbor's driveway right here. That berm is about 9 feet tall. My neighbor's house across the street over there on his roof, you can see right there. He's got about 1.5 or 2 foot of snow on his roof still. So, but as you can see, the roads are pretty much dry now. But you can bet there's places where there's ice, so it's definitely not going to be a safe place to ride just yet. So anyway, I hope you liked my video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe down to my channel below. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Adios.